Okay, we're good. Oh, it feels good to just relax into the moment. Just to relax into the moment and feel what that intention of relaxation and how that intention impacts our bodies. So when we take a nice deep breath, the first place we feel that is throughout our body. That release of breath is often a release of other energies that we're holding on to. And oftentimes we aren't even aware of something that we've heard or thought or seen that we've stored somewhere in our cells, in our body for later attention. But do we give later attention? Or do we just let that reside there until we add something else to it and something else and something else? And soon that buildup of emotion and thought in our bodies becomes some kind of stress for us. So we practice that letting go through our breath. And maybe throughout our day, we simply stop and drop into our breath. We stop and drop and allow that breath to give us permission to release. And perhaps we don't even know what it is that's there. We don't know the specifics of our thought or our emotion because it's been fleeting. And sometimes we do know. And so we sit with whatever that is and we just get curious. Hmm. And then we can watch it drift away. But at times when we know what's there and we're curious about it, we might need some tending. We might need to give whatever is troubling us some love. And I say love because it may be that something there is wanting some love. And that could be something for all of us that is deep inside, going way back to our inner child. And we see something or hear something or observe or read something that triggers that inner child to cry out for our attention. And so we imagine ourselves as that little person, that little person who doesn't have the tools or the skills to speak up or cry out. But we absorb the feelings or the experience or the thought. And sometimes it stays down there deeply. And we're not even aware. It's like the book by Bessel van der Kolk, The Body Keeps the Score. So when we are fortunate enough to have something arise, even something that happened many, many years ago, we can hold that little child in our heart space. We can tell that inner child that everything is going to be okay. We can give that inner child a hug. We can hold them as they probably needed to be held. And the experience does not have to be one that is a specific memory, but it could be a generalized feeling that this little person inside of us just needs some love at this moment. Because our inner child is still operating within us. And whatever the experience or thought or emotion was, is likely not intended. But something that was unintended happened or was told to us. And our body has kept the score all these years. And so we can practice giving that little person that love, that hug, that feeling of safety. We can give them the knowledge that it's okay to let go at this time. It's okay to be able to just sit with the experience because all of these years have passed. And the memory may still be strong, or parts may be fading. But somehow we're hanging on to it and we want to practice letting go. And this time of year, as we approach the fall colors, the absolute beauty of the fall actually sends us a message from the trees where we are drawn to the beauty of the fall, the color, the smells, the harvesting of Thanksgiving with all of the pumpkins and the gourds and all of those things that are among us. And yet what's coming is this spectacular tree vision that is about to let go. The trees know. We can't always have the leaves on the trees. They are meant to be let go. And just before we let those leaves drop, the same with us, we see the beauty of our experience. Just like the leaves, our experience and our life lived has been beautiful. And like the trees, we give permission to see the beauty in our lives and then let go. As those leaves fall off the trees, we're preparing ourselves for the silence and quiet of winter, where we may be a little more reflective because of time, a little more reflective because we're not out and about as much. And in that beauty, we realize our strength, our fortitude. We realize that it's okay to spend those quiet winter days perhaps reflecting and allowing things to come up. Allowing things to come up, but not being attached, but just watching. And the more we are able to reflect in a mindful kind of way, the more we're preparing ourselves for the beauty that comes after that, the growth of spring. And in these meditations that we are about to engage in the fall of the leaves falling, the trees transforming, in the winter, the silence, we are always preparing. We're always shifting. And so our job in terms of mindfulness is about acceptance. Acceptance that that little person is still within us, that inner child. Acceptance that through our mindfulness, we can see the beauty of our experience. Acceptance that we can let things go when we make that choice. And that we can continue to sit in the silence of meditation throughout those reflective, darker winter days and nights. So this work we are about to do in the fall and the winter is really opening us up to the spring. Really opening us up for what is to come. Because what is to come is growth and transformation. As we imagine over the fall and winter, we are literally planting little seeds in our minds. We're watering them, tending to them just like we do in the spring. So we're ready to accept the growth that is still with us. No matter how old we are or how much experience we have, we are still transforming. And so for this silent meditation, we'll make a choice of what we will allow to come up. Emotion, thought. Because we know we don't get attached. But we might layer on that beautiful metaphor of fall with those spectacular colors that just are a delight for our senses. But we realize that this beauty is giving us permission to let go. And maybe if the letting go is something we need to do because that inner child is calling out to us, we do so with gratitude. We do so with love and affection. And we nurture that inner child in the way they need to be nurtured. Because no matter how much experience we have and how many years have gone in between, the inner child is always going to still need our love. And so for the next while, we'll sit in silence until you hear my voice again. May we have the courage to explore those parts of us who need our love and attention, whether that be our inner child, our inner teenager, or our inner adult. May we have gratitude for the experiences we've had, which shape us who we are today. And may we have love for every part of ourselves, because we deserve it. We have done great things in our lives. We have touched the souls of many. And now we touch our own souls with courage, gratitude, and love.